And una qualification.
Go attenjwa easily. Hayi bangaphindi basibhalise ngo-5 ke ngigqibile ngoniphelele ixhala.
Yo, thina sibhala ngo-3 shema yasibhala ngo-5 ke uxophele 5 uqoba
ngo-6 1 hour eliphepha
1 hour
50 minutes 1 hour.
You utufuna umfazi.
Hayi andifundanga yintoni i-pacification what uthe yintoni kaneni i-revolution uthe yi-third location utlanki ngobe ndimbuza yintoni i-revolution.
Into noyelala
Hayi
funa qobaleka umsebenzisi ndabela uqaqasha
ebethuna development strategies. Structural adjustment programs and to reduce government. Good luck on your test. Thank you so much. Good try. You're not an absolute poverty. You're not relative poverty. Go. Oh, vakele kahle. Hi. Niyandiva ke ngoku. Yalithanda itham. So uyavakala yep.
Hey.
Intrastate war revolutionary confined to a single country's territory. They purpose overthrow kubekho i-manifest interlet conflict, manifest conflict, severe crisis war.
So yenza kuthini le severe crisis bangekho resources then babekho war. Why?
Andiyazi shem, ndiyazi amagama wazo. Umelusi uyazazi zakhe. A crisis, a tense situation with at least one of the parties uses violence force occasionally. So yenzeka occasionally. Israel, Palestine. Occasionally. A severe crisis, violent force is used repeatedly in an organized way for a short time without much destruction. A war is a violent conflict which violent force is used with a certain continuity in an organized, systematic way. A manifest conflict. A manifest includes the use of measures that are located in the stage of which includes verbal pressure, threatening, explicit, latent, a position difference over definable values of national meaning is considered to be latent if demands are articulated by one of the parties and perceived by the other. Chocolate caramel eyaziland. Ooh. Sendibrowser njengoku i-African Pan-Africanism, African diplomacy, African foreign policy agencies. Ndifunde ngayo nje but awukwazi simplify like anothi kaloku ndicacalula owam Gwilisa ligama lento kaloku ngoku kaloku but I need to use it kaloku kuze ndikwazi upasa.
You need to use what?
I-terms zakwinto imodule le kaloku it's not like kaloku ndithi high school uzovele ucacise ngeknowledge yakho qha. You must use into i-terms.
But bakhona ezinye i-question ezi-open-ended like yabona xa open-ended phendula noba uyiqale wayiqala ngapha.
Kuthiwa 3 levels of analysis examine the causes of war. Individual level, war is traceable to human nature and behavior. Internal structure of the state. Interstate level, structural and systematic pressures. International anarchy, absence of law and organization that will be effectuous for peacekeeping. We can add ideational level, conflict of ideas. Classic realist theories of war caused by the lust of power arising from greed and ambition. In realist thinking, power politics is the manifestation of individual selfishness and competitiveness. But please check your inbox. I wonder what did you write on my inbox, because I always check my inbox. It's just that it depends uba uthini before I respond. Kanbo? Yabona ke once ifoni yakho ufuna
once ngicela ngicacise
yabo once uqala ucacise it's time to change your
move
phone
back. Zinele zakhe nele my friend yo angadivi kanti ngikhazi block live andivi
wayeke wathi na tata khange walapha eMzansi.
ayike nathi proof ebengaxoki.
Other scholars would argue that wars are the results of division logic. Nango ndifuthi khazimla lo uthetha ngaye engena.
Athi khazimla sana ngangena at least ngene sesigqibile uthetha ngaye shame. Ubukhazimla ulapha esikoleni kanye uphandle.
Ngazi esikoleni khazimla. Internal characteristics of states, democratic peace thesis. Democracies are less likely to start wars. Ayigothina ke apha. Asiqali iziwars thina. Authoritarian, inclined to militarism and war, rely on armed forces. conflict-prone countries.
It's not about say cute by match. Ah, but yeah. Then the black. Bekothini silele njani?
Ubhale njani? Andikayo bhala, I'm still going. Bhala ngo-5. Desire. Interstate level. Neo-realistics, offensive realistic, Marxists, liberals. Yo.
I am gonna change up. I using an information about
Ithini? Neo-realists argue that war is an inevitable consequence of an anarchic.
when those concepts and if there's this simplified.
There's anarchy on like a co-order. Like there's no structure, there's no thingy. What?
Hey, mke uqanza uzubanje ke uku. Imilenze yami lenqa.
Sibonile iskipper yapha emva.
Kwenyanzeleka nami ndibaleka xa ndirest ndingaqondi ngathi cucu.
Kuthiwe yho laa ntombi ixabile. Uzophuma so gcwala ibantu ngapha. Iperfume kabantu le ivaka lapha kwabantu baqhithayo.
Alithi XR ngizahamba kanje.
No, ayike.
Least into enzayibaleka apha endleleni somathi ndaleka. Soze kalosana imilenze enje.
Ubonwe njani ke ngoxhozo?
Wena ungafuna ubona njengami.
In neo-realists, war is inevitable consequences of an anarchic international system, since there is no threat of punishment. Offensive argue that all states always seek to maximize power and advantage. Causes the war are attributable of economic factors. For realists, war is a product of economic nationalism. Psychological and emotional factors that contribute to wars. Ethnic, religious, ideological. Ewe kaloku into iPalestine nentontoni babangoyesu babanginkolo. Yabo considered as a genocide ke le yabo. It involves religions, ethnic, ntontoni yonke laa nto. Identity, politics and conflicts. I'm maninza ukwenza general knowledge. Ethnic conflict, ethnic differences are sometimes considered as primary cause of violence. Was to the ethnic groups are defined as large group of people who share an ancestry, linguistic, cultural and religious ties. Now I knew what was the answer. Nancy, map of African ethnic conflict. Ethnic conflict.
I have to study.
Kupa, north-south divide as an essay. How?
Last time we were
Zange nayibhala i-sit down test yale module.
Test 1 was test 2.
Test 2.
Yo. Last
bebebhale online.
Yo. Was not online test.
Ngekho prepared emotionally. Genocide is in extreme cases of ethnic hate. Governments use genocide to destroy rival groups in a state's territory. Genocide is defined as a systematic extermination of ethnic or religious groups. And then i-religious wars ayazixela nje, like yazixela.
babangusmart yazi siyarhalela unxiba ezilokhu ezinto on campus xa ingxaka ndisatheni neclass
Jonga inje ke le nto ne. Global North, Global South.
wait ime njani
Kaloku
imap
khona-
le so yinto eneline le lapha
khona uline okhoyo. Yabo? Khona uline okhoyo. So, yabo? But lena ifola under i-North. Like it's one of the developed countries. So Nancy.
so le line iyafana ngathi it's not important.
Yeah, because like in North and South divide, it does not specifically like tells like geographic locations, but it tells the divide between Indundun
North and South. So basically majority.
based on economical and developmental factors.
So because majority it says north mhlawumbi
Yes.
bazothi north nangona a part ye north ngase
Yes,
south.
umzekelo yabona Afghanistan. It's one of the least developed
But
countries.
lapha phezu kweline.
Least Russia. It's one of the developing. Now under part of South cooperation, and then Ethiopia. It's one of the Shem.
What's the shame?
Mozambique. It's one of the least.
I-listing ephi north kanye south.
South. And then in Mexico, high. It's up there, developed. USA, Australia, Japan, Germany, developed. Least Haiti, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, they show off. So when examples, Haiti, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Mozambique, Ethiopia, those are least. And then developing South Africa, India, Brazil.
Brazil is developing country.
Yes, Brazil and India, China, but China now it's in good.
Yeah, developed.
And I think Afghanistan is also developing. It's coming, like it's on its way to be developing country.
Ama-comrade ndena banxibisa ibhulukhwe as a camouflage.
Amajoni lawo ngamasotsha. Azolola imali ezini. And then ideological conflict is like religion in many ways. It symbolizes and intensifies conflict between groups.
Hey guys,
Conflict of ideas. Awuxebe mani.
Yanbo phachile ngokuphela nokuxweba soze kalosa.
Uyaziqenqa lokho andivuleliso. Uyaziqenqa okuzithi.
Iwari xa sendihamba apha.
Abuhlutheni indlela.
Yo sen. Kanyanzeleka ndifone ndibize icab izondithatha indibeke kwam.
Drama ke ngoku. Nationalism could be defined as the devotion of one's benza ntoni ke ngoku? Yo ngazi cleaners.
Yamkela.
Serious, cleaners zasehotel zinxiba kanje.
Oh, ibuhlungu le ithethayo abantu. Baba nesabegqiba obhala bazithi pump son.
Banxiba nepump?
Ukunxiba ngathi usemsebenzini. Yabona masinabanana be-medicine banxiba njani? Banxiba izicrubs. Hayibo.
Hayi. Yazi sekuslide 37 of 61.
Shekela xesha nami.
Shekelo i-hour. Ideology, the war of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Into?
Ideology.
A war of ideas. Costs of war. Hayi ke ngoku imali ingena phi?
Ewe kaloku.
Mna ndibane nto nee-numbers mna bangandibuza imali.
Mhlawumbi bazawuthetha andifuni uthetha kakhulu because
Human cost. Hayi nababhubhile.
nabo bhubhile ushera kazondibasana nobunayo ivasini makahambe.
Now that kuthiwa i-unconventional warfare kuxa like kuthunyelwa i-disease, what if i-COVID-19 ayithunyelwa?
yayithunywe but worldwide but asinoyazi mhlawumbi into abagqibeni South Africa.
Kaloku andithi kwakubhubha kakhulu abantu abakwi-south and then ke ngoku i-distribution of i-vaccines was benefiting more abantu abakwi-north. Waze wayipointa out uRamaphosa loo nto kwi-one of their meetings but during COVID-19 and nasiphatha kanje.
Nyani? How brave Masuram?
There is marginalization of like i-African states is marginalized kwi-African state which is they are being discriminated yabo what guys yava ndithetha
isipolitiki
kuthiwa zinto nkani nabantu kuthiwa zinto nabantu i-thinkers not i-thinkers khona le igama lazo according to yamkela.vakele 2024. Legitimacy of war. Nansi le nto befuna ndifundele. Jus ad bellum. Jus ad bellum. Jus ad bellum. All non-violent must have existed. Jus ad bellum. Ne jus in bello.
Jus ad bellum.
Jus ad bellum. Jus as bello.
And noshukumisa sana because indlela le
Jus legitimate use of force. Jus ad bellum. Use of force. Jus as yena ndiyaphila unjani just in bello bayabuza mos ndibhala ngo-5 bayabuza mos uba engoyamkela lowa ndiyambona ugela
wangugela lobuze
ewe
oyini
engoyamkela lowa utheni wandijoy ngathi ndimblokile
oba
yena ugela
awu
possible yabloka mna. War and conflict in the global south. How? Ndiyaqala ungena kwezi slides kodwa ndibhala ngo-5. The changing face of war. Dungu AI Shabab. High actors. Actors, regular armed forces of the state and non-state actors. Operation Interstate, Civil Wars. Goals, geopolitical interest, identity politics. Methods, rules, international law, barbaric, financed. Guys, okunye nokunye uSmaki uzokwenza iplan. resources, land and property rights, identity, nexus, casuality. Who? For feminists. What are feminists? People that are for women.
Yo abandi ngavuka zifellow sisters yo ndikayibeka
Papa yini guys? Yo andigqibela ufunda mna shem. Okunye nokunye.
over to you.
Papa yini guys?
Mwana yebridge sana ndinjiwa asana ndinjenzeka.
Hayi. Molweni guys. Nico. Molweni guys, molweni. Hayi mthokozisi. Sabawi luthithe na sabawi. Sabawi luthithe. Qwelela komahlaleli. Hayi zenozuko. Ngithethe laptop yami. Morning guys. Sorry. Morning guys, ninjani. Nenzani futhi. Homemade sparkling water. Yavakhala njani? Homemade sparkling water. We'll tell you when to send Hebana. Okay, I went to write a semester test in Mzansi. I went to write a semester test. They even different for 2 days. And also Nico, hey, okay, I'm gonna ask you when you joined live. I have a question.